A red line should be drawn right here before Iran completes the second stage of nuclear enrichment necessary to make a bomb.
It's 2024 and Israel is now battling four major wars. Israel versus Hamas in Gaza. Israel versus Hezbollah in Lebanon and Syria. Israel versus Houthis in Yemen. And now, Middle East is breathing cautiously on a knife edge, waiting for Iran and Israel to engage in a war. Amid various experts attempting to predict Iran's next move, many are acknowledging the significant factor of Iran's nuclear program lurking in the background. On April 1, Israel crossed a new line with the strike on Iran's diplomatic compound, which Iran and many other governments see as tantamount to striking Iranian territory itself.
این شکست ادامه پیدا کرد. این تلاش‌های مذبوحانه هم مثل این کاری که در سوریه مرتکب شدن که البته سیریشو
Following the strike in Damascus and threats of retaliation from Iranian officials, Israel has signaled that it will strike targets in Iran if it were to launch a direct attack. Reports have cited Israel has been preparing to target Iranian nuclear facilities and other key infrastructure.
Increasingly lethal attacks on Iran-linked targets in Syria have been attributed to Israel, especially since the current conflict with Hamas in Gaza began on 7th of October.
Both Iran and Hezbollah have vowed revenge for the Damascus strike. Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's office has threatened Israeli embassies.
دستگاه‌های سفارت در هر کشوری که وجود دارد به منزله خاک همون کشوری است که سفارت متعلق به او.
Israel is bracing for potential missile and drone attacks by Iran-backed groups in Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Yemen, and ballistic missile attacks directly from Iran. Iran, too, has reportedly put its military forces on full high alert ahead of any expected strike. For decades, it was assumed Israel's undeclared nuclear weapons were only deployed to deter attacks, and that Iran would not dare to strike Israel directly. But now these theories are being challenged, and military strikes between Israel and Iran, including nuclear ones, seem more possible than ever.
رژیم خبیث اشتباه کرد. در این قضیه باید تنبیه بشود و تنبیه خواهد شد.
The questions that arise are whether or not Iran will strike Israel back from its own territory, whether it will have its proxies to escalate their strikes against Israel, how much damage might Israeli nuclear strikes inflict against Iran's nuclear and missile sites. Would Iran's nuclear and missile capabilities be incapacitated, or are they buried so deep they would survive? On the conventional front, the gravity of Israel's situation cannot be exaggerated. The Hezbollah of Lebanon is armed with thousands of conventional rockets and cruise missiles that can potentially swarm and overwhelm the Israeli Air Defense Shield and Iron Dome. Israel is presently wary of the Iranian ability to deploy a handful of nuclear warheads, and the IDF has been preparing itself for a decisive strike on the Iranian nuclear facilities. Israel has been acutely aware of Iran's ever-growing weaponization capacity. Since 2018, Israel has taken possession of thousands of documents that lay bare all the militaristic directions of the Iranian nuclear program. Over nearly 15 years, Israel is alleged to have succeeded in sabotaging many critical sites of the Iranian nuclear industrial complex. Moreover, Israel is accused of having masterminded assassinations of Iranian nuclear scientists in the same period. Since now former U.S. President Donald Trump left the JCPOA, the Iranian regime has progressively accelerated its uranium enrichment and proved Israel's worst fears.
We have terminated a terrible, terrible deal that should have never, ever been made.
The International Atomic Energy Agency is totally in the dark about the exact state of the Iranian nuclear program. Hence, it appears that Israel's assassination and sabotage operations against the Iranian scientists and nuclear sites have effectively failed. Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei has stated time and again that the manufacturing and usage of nuclear weapons is forbidden. However, Israel's Damascus embassy attack that claimed lives of 7 IRGC officers has established that there is no red line that it will not cross to maximize its security and minimize all risks. Such an escalating assault may cause the Iranian ruling clerics and the IRGC to wonder if their nuclear facilities will be next on Israel's target list, and they may consider attaining a deterrence greater than a conventional one. Khamenei may indeed invoke the principle of expediency to overrule his own anti-nuclear fatwa. If Israel continues to expand its unrelenting attacks on IRGC top brass and Iranian military and diplomatic facilities in the region, Khamenei might perceive such an assault as compromising the survival of the regime. If that happens, will he order the rapid manufacturing of nuclear devices and their deployment in the form of a dozen or so warheads? Or will he give up in front of Israel's overwhelming assault on its proxies and drink from the poisonous chalice of surrender?
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.